Welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to have an overview of clauses. Let's get started. Now, a clause is a combination of words containing a subject and a predicate. Have a look at the examples over here. Peter goes to the gym. Now this is one clause. Peter goes to the gym after he finishes his work. Now, there are two clauses in the sentence. Peter goes to the gym and he finishes his work. There are two types of clauses in English. A, an independent or main clause. Now, an independent or main clause contains a subject and a predicate and expresses a finished thought. Thus, it can stand alone in a sentence. Have a look at the examples below. Pam likes drawing and painting. Expresses a finished thought. Andy is currently unemployed. Expresses a finished thought, and both sentences have a subject and a predicate. Note that the independent clause is a simple sentence when dependent clauses within one sentence are absent. B, a dependent or subordinate clause. A dependent or subordinate clause gives additional information to the main sentence. Thus, it cannot stand alone as a separate sentence. Have a look at the examples below. Mr. Klarkson, whose works are critically acclaimed, has published a new book. Now, this clause, whose works are critically acclaimed, is a dependent or subordinate clause, and it gives us additional information about Mr. Klarkson. Mary started laughing when she saw a pug wearing a costume. Now, when she saw a pug wearing a costume, it's a dependent or subordinate clause, and it gives us a bit more details about why she started laughing. Now, an independent clause forms a complex sentence together with a dependent clause. Have a look at the examples below. I'd like to know why I can't book a room at this hotel. The woman stood crying as people were passing by. And now let's review and practice a bit. Remember that an independent clause contains a subject and a predicate and expresses a finished thought. And a dependent clause gives additional information to the main sentence. Now read the sentences below and underline the dependent clauses. Since you refuse to come with me, I'll go alone. Since you refuse to come with me. The weather is wonderful. Everyone is outside. No dependent clause. John's grandpa, whose kind words were like a guiding light, passed away. Whose kind words were like a guiding light. Now rewrite the sentences below so that there is an independent and a dependent clause. I don't want to go outside. It's raining. I don't want to go outside because it's raining. Finish your work and call me. Call me after you finish your work. Here is a short story using clauses. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. Have you decided where you'd like to go this summer? I haven't asked my family if they plan on doing a huge family gathering. Well, until you get the details, we can't book anything. I understand that. I promise that I'll call my parents today. You can't join us. Everyone is super friendly. I'm not sure that I'm ready to meet your huge family yet. And now, time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and mark independent clauses as I and dependent ones as D. A. Students have to finish their assignments by 6 p.m. B. The cafe that is located across the street serves the best coffee. C. She doesn't like the men who smoke. D. I doubt that it'll rain tomorrow. E. Nick's aunt, who speaks 5 languages, lives in Spain. F. Apple pies that don't have a lot of apples in them are not worth my attention. G. My mom wants to go to Paris and see the Eiffel Tower. H. I will keep on fighting until I reach my goals. I'd rather stay at home tonight. The weather is depressing. J. The teacher was asking questions but no one answered. And now, let's check your answers. Students have to finish their assignments by 6 p.m. Independent clause. The cafe that is located across the street, dependent clause, serves the best coffee. Independent clause. She doesn't like the men, independent clause, who smoke. Dependent clause. I doubt, independent, that it'll rain tomorrow. Dependent. Nick's mom, who speaks 5 languages, dependent clause, lives in Spain. Independent. Apple pies that don't have a lot of apples in them, dependent clause, are not worth my attention. Independent. My mom wants to go to Paris and see the Eiffel Tower. Independent clause. I will keep on fighting. Independent clause. Until I reach my goals. Dependent clause. I'd rather stay at home tonight. Independent. The weather is depressing. Independent. The teacher was asking questions. Independent clause, but no one answered. Dependent clause. Thank you for watching this tutorial.